Okay, today we're going with this as promised. This is the Mione Hero 2, another Mione phone. And is it any good? Well, let me just read the parameters again. Full display dual camera, OS Android 7, MTK 6737, network 4G. Now listen to this, LCD 5.5 inches HD plus Super AMOLED capacitive touch. So it's an LCD and an AMOLED. I don't know what that is. 5 and 13 rear cameras. Memory 3GB and 32GB of RAM. Battery is 32 mAh. Fast charge. Dual SIM. So does any of it, them specs, bear any, in reality, are these the correct specs? No, they're not. It's not an AMOLED screen. It's just not ordinary IPS screen. I'm not sure what kind of phone it's meant to look like. Of course, meant to look like some phone, but I just can't work out which one it is. It's meant to look like. To me, this is the worst looking Mione phone that I've reviewed. I've thought that most of them have always looked pretty decent. I just think this one is, when it's thick and it's nondescript, really. Now, it does have one saving grace, which I will get into in a minute. What did I do first? Well, okay, let me just find it. RAM truth. So, can you see there? Yep. Not 3GB, it's 1GB, and you feel it, okay? It's very noticeable. I suppose, again, I'm going to say this, that if you're just using it for relatively basic tasks, which I've been using one of the Miones from, and they all seem to have the same spec, like I've just been downloading stuff and watching movies and listening to some music, it's fine. But, you know, if you're fancying some powerful games, that kind of thing, I don't think this is the phone for you. So it has the headphone jack at the top. It's not a USB-C, it's just micro USB, and then it has the power button here, and there is also back button. There's no light or anything like that, but if you touch the side here is a back button, and here is the which will open all the apps that are open, so that you can flick through to close them. It does come pre-installed again with a screensaver, so like I said before, probably no Corning Gorilla Glass, anything like that. It comes with this gold cover. Now gold, I don't think is that the colour's that nice. Because I ordered the Mione Hero 3 in black, I thought, well, I'll order this one in gold. Really, I don't think it's that nice. I'm not sure, this feels a bit plasticky, but metal frame. You get cover, folio cover, and the finger ring thing in the box with the earphones and charger. So, I mean, you do get some accessories now. I bought this from souk.com and it was $385, so it was 10 reals more expensive than the Hero 3. I think the Hero 3 is nicer looking. By the way, and just out of interest, yesterday when I was reviewing the Hero 3, I said I was going to keep it, and I'd planned to keep it, but if you remember, the review of the Mione Hero 1, somebody had taken it to test it to see if they wanted to buy it, and this is usually what I do. People were suspicious of unknown brands, and I don't mind letting them take it for a week and see how they like it. Now the Hero 1 was quite nice looking. It looked like a Samsung 9, I suppose that was the design statement of it. But she asked to return it because the battery life. She basically was getting probably 5 or 6 hours with that, even less sometimes. So I said, yeah, no problem. So I've taken it back, which is it's here. This was the. Let me show you the difference here on the screen. Without that overhead light on it. This one, the one is a lot nicer looking than this. And I'm going to test the battery. I've removed the always on display part of it. That could have been draining the battery. I've put a battery saver app on it. I'm going to try and see. But anyway, no, it doesn't matter. I will keep and use that one. And last night I was watching Match of the Day on it. Very nice. It's a nice screen. I like it. So I'm happy enough to keep it. And we'll sell the Mione 3. Anyway, let's get back to this one. So yeah, Mione again, treating us like cabbages and trying to get us to buy phones with fake specs. Now, what I don't like about this is, well, okay, what I do like about this is the screen, and what I don't like about it is the screen. Okay, so let me show you what I mean with the screen. What I don't like, and you can see it here, is it's got a black bezel all the way around it. So the screen is actually smaller than you know what it is, or the usable part of the screen is actually smaller. So it kind of just looks like an older, cheap Chinese phone. I don't like it. That Vinsoc XA that I reviewed recently had the same kind of idea. I just don't like it. Well, just make the screen smaller and don't have these black bands. Now, I will say about the screen, it's not bad actually, it's quite nice. And it's quite sharp. I did do the ubiquitous Antutu, and I will show you. That was the score there. And that seems to be par for the course for all of these Miones, round about that, because it's all the same. All the same, you know, chipset or quad-core processor. This Antutu is saying that this has only got 16 GB of memory. It's saying total is 12 and available 11. You can see that saying that the RAM there, if I can show you, is only 1. The screen is 1280 by 720, so it is sharper, Mali 400. And it's saying Android 6, whereas the box says Android 7. So there's my settings. Let's go down here. I'm trying to about phone Android. So you see here it's saying Android 7, but it's coming up with Marshmallow. So and there's me pressing that back button here. Yeah, and that is the on this side. Of course, there is nothing is lit up or anything like that. I don't mind that actually. It's okay. The back button feels. The home button feels pretty decent. Now, I mean, it's solid. It's quite heavy actually. You'd probably kill somebody hitting them on the head with this. So you know, it feels relatively well built. As I said, I think the screen is the best part of it. Other than that black band, the let me just go into CPU Z because I think I noticed something there. Basically confirms everything. The memory, and the same thing about the internal storage. So is it 32 GB? I don't know. Probably not. And it does say Android 6 on this as well. So again, if you're thinking about this, if you fancied it, you know, it's 385 reals. I think Xiaomi or you could probably find a better spec phone, no doubt, than this one. So it's really quite difficult to recommend. I don't really like it that much. I don't like the look of it. It's too heavy. It's too thick. But you know, the positive side of it is the screen. Camera, if I remember, it's definitely not 13. It's probably 8 or 5, who knows. I suppose it's fine just for your quick snaps. Again, in the back we have the dual camera set up with the flash in the middle, and again the it's fake, only one camera is working, so you know it's again I don't really see the point in it. I just don't I don't see the point in it at all. If anybody from Mione can contact me and tell me what the point is, I would be very happy. So why bother? Selfie camera's not bad. It's pretty decent, I would say. Here at the bottom you have one speaker, and it's pretty loud, but it's a bit tinny. Call quality is okay. It's nothing special, but it's all right. And sound, if I can. Did I put something here? I'm not going to play this long. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. So it's yes, it's not particularly hi-fi quality, but it's more than enough, I suppose, just for casual use. It did work quite well with the Bluetooth. I'm going to review a couple of pairs of Bluetooth headphones I purchased recently. It worked quite well with them. It was okay. So now I did want to show you what did I want to show you? The storage. So it's saying here only nearly 5 GB used of 32, but it seems that that's not accurate, and one would only really find out once you start to try and fill it up. So buyer beware again. Look, anybody watching this video, if you're determined to buy Mione, I would miss the Hero and look at the others, because I think they're just nicer phones. But if you fancy the screen and you're looking for a weapon, then you know you could buy this. It would suffice. The screen is the only positive thing about it. You know, in general kind of use, when I've been checking it out, let me just see. Oh no, I didn't download the 3D one. It's been okay. It feels relatively smooth enough in general use, using the most basic of you know, the apps that have been installed. Okay, now I did take a video of this. I don't know what that sound was. This is my kid. This is a video. My baby boy. The video's not brilliant. It's pretty grainy. So, you know, again, camera wise, don't be expecting much. I did take this originally when I got it, and I thought this photo looked quite nice. And even when you zoomed in, it seemed not too bad at all. You can see a bit of grain there, but it didn't seem that bad. So again, look, for casual snapping, it's going to be fine. It's not going to do your family portrait unless you want a really grainy family portrait. So yeah, that's about all I can say about the camera. In fact, I really can't say that much more about the phone. It functions relatively the same as probably all of them. I'm just disappointed again. 1 GB of RAM, it's just not enough. Plus, if they're lying about the internal memory as well. Of course, you can put either dual SIM, or You can put one SIM and an SD card, so of course you can increase your storage. And if you were determined to buy it, you know, again, second phone for traveling, phone for media consumption, okay, I could maybe see that, but I prefer the 18.9 aspect ratio of the Mione Hero 3 or the 1. This is the 1. I like that. It's kind of taller and thinner. I like it. This is actually quite a nice phone, a nice looking phone. This was a gold one. Remember, if you saw this, dual camera, but again, it was fake. But it's nice, and the screen I think is pretty decent on it. So really, if you're determined, as I say, if you're determined to buy Mione, I would give the Hero 2 a miss, because I just, other than the screen, I just don't see any redeeming qualities of it. Now maybe the black one, not so gaudy looking, but the gold one, yeah, I mean, it's just pretty gruesome, really, and it's got this kind of machined thing on the plastic back. Now the battery is, you can't remove it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So again, beware of that if you're thinking about it. And really, yeah, I mean, that's it. I can't really say any more about it. This is the Mione Hero 2. I personally can't recommend it. There are better than this in the Mione range. But please remember, specs are not real, and they're lying to us. So that's it. Any questions, comments at the bottom. Thank you.